Nikki Hiltz is the US mile record holder, just to underline the credentials of the longer distance. What a talent this young lady is. Diribe Welteji missed out on the medal at the Olympic Games, probably by chasing her teammate a little bit too hard.
That response to Latoya Gould.
Well, the guys just watching them go off the line. Welteji went off pretty slowly. Just we're looking to see who thinks, right, can I get away here? Jess Hull will always struggle a little bit for the pace in the first 200 meters. Looks like Heather McLean has started pretty quickly on the inside. So as they go down the back straight, they'll go through the first 200. Herta Klecker just moving across. Mary Mora has a habit sometimes of going to the front, then sort of slows it down and then goes again. But nobody allowing her to do that here, so she's took back in third place on the shoulder of Nikki Hiltz.
Well, McLean leading right there. She was at the World Indoor Championships in the 1500, so she does have that speed right now. She's sharp, but I really like Susan Ajori with this double, the 8:15. She's got such strength. She can run a 5K, but she also is good over both of those distances. And here we go, lap to go already.
Nikki Hiltz decides to keep this pace going, but they're all bunched very, very tightly indeed. McLean just relinquishing the lead. Welteji is well placed right up there. Jory just stuck on the curb. Jess Hull at the back, just trying to stay with this pace, but starts to make a move down the back straight. But where is Mary Mora? She's in third place. The 800-meter specialist really needs to win this one if she's going to have a chance. Looks a little bit challenged for pace for me at the moment. Now Mora just tries to go with Hiltz, but the other athletes in front of her, Welteji in particular, just moving quickly, has clipped at Jory, who's just gone back there, been balked. Jess Hull finds the gap. Mary Mora really struggling. So Nikki Hiltz out in front, Welteji and Hull, the 1500 folks out in front here. Nikki Hiltz trying to take the win, but Welteji trying to stay strong. Hull looking for room on the outside. Hiltz is hanging on. The line is coming. Is she going to get there? She gets it on the lean. 1:58.24. Hiltz wins the 8.
Nikki Hiltz, that was absolutely fantastic. And you just said 12 points, baby.
Oh, yeah, that's all I could think about the last 50. I mean, a lot can happen in the last 50. That was the last thing me and my coach talked about. And I just felt people coming. I felt them coming. But I thought of the points, man, or maybe the money. I don't know, a little bit of both.
Well, the really fascinating thing about that, the 8:15 double up, we didn't know which way it would go. You showed your endurance counts in an 800.
Yeah, I know. I think I'm used to indoor tactics where, like, leading is sometimes the best position. And out here it's windy and it's not really the best position, but it kind of was because I felt some pushing behind me. So I had a clear track in front of me and I was like, just push it all the way home. Yeah.
Roll on tomorrow.
Yes, thank you. I'm excited.
Thank you.
3 3/4 laps of the track as ever. Who fancies taking this on? Will anybody want to take it on? Would be a brave, brave athlete who goes to the front right from the beginning. But I do think they are all in such great shape, running well. I'm not sure we want to see them, though. They will run too slow for too long. Hiltz in the front again.
Well, Hiltz can run from the front or from the back, so no surprise to see them out front. Susan Ajori has such strength. She's a sub-15 gal in the 5K. She's got great 800-meter speed. She's running so well in the 1500. Last year, I spoke to her before she went over to Kenya for the Olympic trials, and it was just clicking. Everything is clicking for her, and I really think you should keep your eye on her. She's in those navy shorts with the striped top there in the middle. But Jess Hull, after yesterday, she kind of just came out, and she just said, I have been doing so well in my training. She's been based in Phoenix, Arizona, in the States for a little bit, running in that heat. She said the track feels good, the atmosphere feels good, and she was ready to come out here and to run in her event. This is her event. She's the fastest in the field with that 350 PR.
Well, Jess had had enough after that very slow first 300 meters and has got this race moving, and I think that suits her better. You can almost see with her stride as well. I don't know if you're looking when they're running slow. She's got that lovely flowing action, and also she works hard to run hard. She likes all of her races. She's going to give 100%. Of course, all athletes do, but she's at her best when it's full on. So perhaps no surprise. She was hoping somebody else might take it on, but It's Jess Hull, the Australian, who incidentally will be getting on a flight, I think, later tonight to head back to Australia for the Australian Championships. Yeah. So she has to qualify for the Worlds later this year, despite all of her exploits last season. So they come through with 2 to go, just outside 2 minutes.
Well, Welteji there in second place. She is the athlete that has such a long list of accolades at the age of 22. She has been so good for so long already, but she's still young. But she is really kind of finding herself in that position that she likes. She's coming off of that silver medal from the World Indoor Championships, where she finished second to the great Zagai. So, I mean, this is just an athlete that I think we all need to know and really watch run, because if you let her stay in the race, I'm talking about Diribe Welteji there in second. She is a threat in that final 150 and 200 meters.
Yeah, she does tend to follow Zagai a lot. I think that's probably what put paid to her chances perhaps at the Olympic Games as well. But nonetheless, as you mentioned, she was quite a way behind her teammate in those World Indoors, but it was a very strong run. And she'll be the better for that it was as hard as that. Just threw in a 65 on the previous lap and is trying to make this hard heading into the bell. Only got rid of one there, not surprising that Toppin can't stay with this, but at the bell, the other 6 have all got chances.
Well, Hull looking good here. I mean, she just ran 158 yesterday. Is that speed? Is that race in her legs still? It doesn't look like it. And this is what she needs to do, draw out the kick from the others behind her.
Hull's just got to commit now. She's got to keep the pressure on. Hiltz is just starting to make a move. McLean is looking for a bit of room down the back straight there, but it's Welteji who comes onto the shoulder of the Australian. Jess Hull decides she wants to hold the curb, holds her off, uses a bit of energy but needs to keep something because Welteji looks comfortable. And Jory moving through nicely as well. Nikki Hiltz a couple of meters adrift, but here the American just closing up to make sure she can try and attack in the home straight. Or they can attack in the home straight. Now we've got Welteji. Jess Hull's perhaps got another gear to go in the home straight. Welteji pulls out. There's a gap on the inside, but nobody is going to fill it. It's going to be Welteji with a Jory moving through for second place. Welteji staying strong to the line. Hiltz finishes quickly, will get ahead of Hull, but Welteji takes the win. 4-4 in the end. That was tough and it was hard last lap. And Hull couldn't hang on. Well, the winner of the 800 yesterday didn't quite get there today. Nikki Hiltz is with Radzi.
Nikki, you'd have loved to have been the champion, but you fought valiantly throughout that. How
Not great today, but you know, I think you just got to take it lap by lap and just focus on competing, and it was some great competition today, so a lot of fun.
How tough was it actually, given the fact that it's a tight turnaround, you're not used to doing that, dare I say, since college?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're used to doing it, just not in April. You know, we're ready for that to come championship season, but it's a fun challenge, and it's only going to help all of us moving forward. And yeah, this is just so awesome to be a part of the first ever Grand Slam track meet. It's awesome.
Well said, but also the factor is the prize money. Was that in your mind when you were running around and the lactics coursing through your body?
No, I mean, I just try to focus on competing. I think I thought about the last 100 and was like, okay, every body counts. But, you know, money or not, like if you're in this sport for the money, you're in the wrong sport. It used to be the mindset, but now, you know, there's money involved. And I think it's going to take a little bit for me personally, like, used to like, oh, there is big stakes here, you know, but it's awesome. But I don't want to lose the... What's kept me being good is just the focus on competing.
Nikki, well done. Great job seeing Miami.
Thank you.
Susan Ajori, 12. Jess Hull has to settle for 4th in the end with 11 points.